so Scott Frank. So in the intermittent years, it's been nearly 2 decades in each other's lives.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I remember this is when he was still living in Pasadena. I went out and visited him out once there, I think. My mind is a sieve. And then I don't go, I never, I hardly go to Los Angeles. And not many things film in Los Angeles, but I would often have a conversation with my agent, Joel Lubin, and be like, Matthew, man, you have to come out to LA. And I was like, no, I really don't, Joel. And he's like, you do, man, because people think you're dead. And I was like, oh shit. Okay, well, I suppose I better then. So every sort of 5 or 6 years, I'd scrape my ass into a plane and make it out there. And on those occasions, I'd look Scott up, and so we had a few dinners, and I've just been so, I'm just ever so. It's weird to say proud, but impressed by how he got to make his Western, which he always
Yep.
wanted to make with Godless, which I just loved, and the cinematography was amazing. And he got to work with Jeff again. He's very loyal to some of his actors. He's asked me to work for him again on a couple of jobs. In fact, I did shoot the final scene
Oh, I heard him
in
say this.
Godless.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
In Godless, I flew down. I was doing a film up in Canada, and I flew down, and I just made it. I literally got in. I'd been postponed because of a thunderstorm, and I got into makeup, and then literally hadn't slept. Got into costume, put a cowboy hat on, some boots, but got taken to set, got on a horse, given a rifle, and then went and shot this scene with Jack O'Connell, where I end up bursting into tears and giving him a hug because I'm his brother. I played a brother. And then Steven Soderbergh saw it, who's a great friend
No.
of Scott's, and he was like, he loved it. He loved the show, but he's like, you've got to trim some of the stuff from the ending because it's like this has more endings than Return of the King. So it was the first time that I hit the cutting room floor, but I had a lovely time working with Scott again, and maybe that wet our whistles to try to do something together again.